Hey, audio engineering class, we have made it to the end. I'm super proud of you if you worked this hard to get here. This is the video for Unit 6 Assignment 2, which is your final project. Now, I'm going to tell you right now, you have all the tools you need to make this really cool. I'm just going to give you the basics on how to get there. You have two options for Unit 6 Assignment 2. The first one, and the one that I think is the easiest and the most fun, is to take the tracks from my Irish band, who recorded tracks especially for you guys, so that you could create an Irish music project from a real band. These are fully copyrighted for you to use. You're welcome to use them and play with them and make them your own. And there's two ways to get these tracks. The first one is to go ahead and download them from the class. Now you notice that in the class announcements, you'll have a second announcement called Track Drop for the final project, okay? You can come on down here, click these little download buttons, and depending on how yours looks, let me see if I can make this smaller here for you. Depending on what browser you're using, those tracks will download into either your download file or, like in Google Chrome, it's the bottom of your browser. Once you do that, you want to show in folder, copy the track, and then go over here to your audio engineering, wherever you keep your assignments, and create a new folder, which is right-click, new folder. You can call it Unit 6. And in Unit 6, go ahead and right click and paste. And you'll see this will give you the shortcut for the Balron. And what you want to do then is do that over and over for each of these tracks. There are 4 tracks: Balron, which is an Irish drum; fiddle, which is a violin style; guitar, which is a guitar; and whistle. Next thing you would do after you open each one of these in your folder, copy and paste to Unit 6. And I'll just do it real quickly here for each one of these so that you see what I'm doing. You'll have 4 total tracks in here. And every time I'm just taking that downloaded file, right-clicking on it and copying it, and then pasting it in the folder. So now the next thing you want to do is import these into Audacity. So you're going to open Audacity, File, Import Audio, find your audio engineering folder, wherever you keep your assignments, Unit 6, and then click on the first one, Shift key, click on the last one, open. This one wants me to do them one at a time, and that's fine. And then we'll try again. So now I'm going to have all 4 of these tracks in here. The next thing you're going to do is you're going to create this into something cool. These will not all line up right away. Some of them are going to be a little off on purpose. You may have to get rid of some sound at the beginning. You may have to time shift. You may want to grab some and loop them, repeat them over and over. You may want to start with the drum and then add the whistle, then bring in the fiddle, then bring in the guitar. You may want to start with the guitar. You need to add an effect. You may want to take the fiddle here and add some reverb. You may want to pan the Balron, the drum, a little bit. Take out maybe some of the gain, pan it over to the right. You may want to split it into a mono track so that you can work with 2 and have 2 different things going on. All of the stuff we've been doing is what I want you to do. Once you've got all 4 tracks in there and you have a cool mix, you've changed it around, you've made it your own because the band has given you permission to do whatever you want with this, then I want you to have a few little tools to use. A couple of things you can try. You can try adding equalization, which shows you your levels, your relative levels within the piece. Okay? You can draw your equalization by moving things up and down. You can have it be linear if you'd like. You can play with your equalization to change where in the piece you have higher and lower levels, all you want. You can also play with any of these other effects, like wah-wah effects, or crossfading tracks. If you don't know what these are, you're going to have to read in the unit a little bit, or make sure you're doing all of your assignment ones because they're all in there. You can analyze your data and see if there's anything weird in there you need to play with. You can get rid of noise, which we did way back in Unit 1. I added some noise in here on purpose. Remember, to get rid of noise, you pick apart, Effect, Noise Reduction. Create your noise profile and then have it take it out. Once you're completely done and you love your whole mix, I want you to hit Control A, Tracks, Mix, and come on over to Mix and Render. Watch what happens. It takes this entire piece and takes it down to one track. Check it out. Now I have one track going on. I would then save this project as, and for me, I'm just going to go up here to my audio engineering where I keep my assignments. And I'm going to save this as either probably final project. Okay. In Unit 6. And then, of course, as always, I would take my final project and my final project data. I'm going to put these two next to each other if I can. Ah, that's not what I wanted. Well, pretend I didn't do that. But anyway, I'm going to take final project and final project data and zip them down into one file. So for right now, I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Let's do like this. New folder for my tracks. I'm going to call this tracks. And I'm going to put the Balron and everything in the tracks folder. That gets them out of my way. Now I can move these two close to each other. I should be able to anyway. Well, anyway, you get them next to each other. Mine's apparently not going to do it today. Let's do this like this. Now, when you get them next to each other, select them both. Send to compressed. And here comes your compressed final project folder. I need to have both. Now, in the class, it asks you to go ahead and mix down to an MP3. I'm not that worried about that. I want to see what you can do with the project. And then, as always, you're going to navigate over to Unit 6. And you're going to go to Unit 6 Assignment 2, which is 6.10. Dropbox. Upload. And again, don't be surprised if this takes a while to upload. It's going to be a big file. Mine isn't that big right now, but yours could be. If you can't get it to upload, go ahead and just email it to me. That's fine. Now, that's the first way you can do this project. The other thing you can do is, if you notice here in your course resources, section 5, you have some tracks you can play with here. Equalizing tracks, phasing, and wah-wah tracks. You can use those to create a really cool mastered mixed down track. Again, time shift, effects, change it around, loop it. You can also use any of the other tracks from our course resources file. If you're really, really ambitious and you want to find some tracks of your own and use those, that's cool too. I'm listening for a mastered final project. That's what I want to hear. I want to see all of these things we did. To be honest with you guys, the Irish tracks are easiest. And the reason I say that is because they were recorded with you in mind. So they're going to match up on tempo. You're not going to have to tempo shift much. They're all in the same key, so you're not going to have to pitch shift. They're probably the easiest way to do it, but you use what you want to use. Spend as much time on this as you want to get it really cool, because this is your final project. Once it's uploaded, then you're going to go ahead and add comments like Mrs. McGregor's so great and submit. And that's it, guys. So, make sure you're doing Unit 1 and 2 from each, or your assignment 1 and 2 from each unit. Go back and pick up those quizzes, and you're going to be great to go. That's it, guys. It's been a pleasure working with you. If you have any questions, you know where to get a hold of me. You're on your own for this one.